Fun fact, one of the biggest automotive disasters in history wasn't caused by ignorance. It was caused by calculation. Meet the Ford Pinto. In the early 1970s, Ford was a bit under pressure. Foreign compact cars were flooding the US market. They were cheaper, they were smaller, and they were more fuel efficient. Ford wanted a response, and they wanted it fast. The internal goal was brutal. Design the car, build the car, and sell the car all in just 25 months. For comparison, most cars took about 40 months or more just to develop. Corners were definitely going to be cut. The Pinto was designed to be lightweight, simple, and inexpensive. To save space and cost, engineers placed the fuel tank behind the rear axle. That single decision changed everything. In low-speed rear-end collisions, the fuel tank could rupture. Fuel would spill, sparks would ignite it, and the car could burst into flames after just a relatively minor impact. And here's where the story starts to take a dark turn. Ford knew this. Internal crash tests showed the danger. Engineers raised concerns, and design reviews flagged the risk to the highest level. There was even a fix for it, a simple reinforcement protective barrier. And here's the funny part, the cost? It cost about $11 per car to fix this problem. And instead of issuing a recall, Ford did something infamous. They ran a cost-benefit analysis. Of course they did. They calculated the cost of fixing every Pinto versus the cost of lawsuits from injuries and deaths. And, sadly to say this, on paper, paying settlements seemed to be cheaper. So Ford made a choice, and unfortunately, it was the wrong one. They didn't recall the Pinto. They just kept on selling it as is. And of course, accidents followed. Rear-end collisions, fuel fires, several injuries, and fatalities. The Pinto became a national scandal, not just because of bad engineering, but because it exposed a cold truth. Human lives were reduced to numbers on a spreadsheet to Ford. Public outrage exploded, court cases followed, internal memos would be leaked, and the story would become unavoidable. The Pinto didn't just hurt Ford's reputation, it became a black eye for the entire automotive industry. But here's the part that matters. The Pinto changed everything. From that moment on, stricter safety regulations, improved crash testing, and greater corporate accountability would be implemented. Because the Pinto proved what happens when you allow speed and profit to outweigh safety, and that could never be allowed to happen again. The Ford Pinto wasn't a bad car. It was a warning, and the entire industry was forced to listen. This has been a Fun Fact with Josh. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.